From the heat, we bring the flame. Bam, bam, raw, remember the name. Hustle in the veins and the crowd go wild. Every single bar got the city on fire.
Hello, y'all. Welcome to BammBamm Raw TV. I'm BammBamm, aka the 411 Giant. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know my next video coming out. Now, I've been getting a lot of requests to do the episode on the diesel therapy. Now, some people gonna understand what I was talking about as soon as I say diesel therapy if they've been incarcerated in the federal system. All right, so now I promised that I was gonna get it on, so I'm finna go and get it on now. Now, let me explain to y'all what diesel therapy is. Then I'll tell y'all why it is used and why they use it effectively. Diesel therapy is the therapy of when you are agitator, or if you're a person who files lawsuits, or you're a person who got issues with your institution and you know how to file on them, this and that there. Now, when you become this kind of person, they do not want you to have access to legal opportunities and different things. So what they do, they put you on diesel therapy. And what they do with diesel therapy is they put you on the bus. They put you on the penitentiary bus. The reason they call it diesel therapy, because those buses use diesel fuel. And by those buses using diesel fuel, they call it diesel therapy. Now, this diesel therapy, this is how it works. They send you on the bus. And when you get on the bus, you go to the next penitentiary. When you go to that penitentiary, you may be there 4 days in the hole or whatever. And they'll come, you're on the bus again. Now you're on the bus again to go to another penitentiary. And you go to another penitentiary. Now, all the time, by you going back and forth through all these penitentiaries and never being able to sit down long enough to have a decent meal, that means basically you living off sandwiches on the bus, cheese sandwiches, which means it's going to mess with your bowels. It's going to mess. So now you're dealing with that. You're dealing with your pain from sitting up, riding all day. You got people get off diesel therapy, they barely can stand up because they've been sitting up and riding all those hours, go one place to go to another. Now, then also with the diesel therapy thing is when you're moving from place to place, anybody in the federal system know, when you go to another place, when they ship you from Beaumont to Coleman, when you get there, it's going to take at least a week to 2 weeks before your funds get there and before your property get there and before any mail catch up with you. So therefore, or before you can even use the phone. So now, once they ship you and a week later they ship you again, your mail never catch up with you. If you got something in the court that's time sensitive, that you have to respond back to this in a timely manner, how can you do it if you never even get the mail in a timely manner to be able to respond to it? Because your mail is steady trying to catch up with you. Your money never come for you to make commissary. You musky, you stinking, you're on the bus, you ain't got no hygiene, you ain't got no stamps, you ain't got nothing. But this is to keep you from being able to file lawsuits. If you filed in a lawsuit against that institution, you can never properly do the lawsuit because your mail is never catching up to you. So you're never going to be able to make your time restrictions. That means if you get some paperwork that says that you have to respond to it within 30 days, you're not going to be able to make that 30 days because you're not going to get it in a timely manner. And a lot of people lose their lawsuits and they lose their action in the court. Not only the lawsuits against the institution, but they lose things that they're fighting for in the courtroom for their freedom. So that's why people dodge that diesel therapy. Not only is the food bad, you're eating cold cuts, your stomach is hurting and everything, but you're uncomfortable. You're constantly uncomfortable because you're riding on the bus, and they will take you. They'll take you this week to Lewisburg, then they'll come back and they'll take you to Coleman, and then they'll take you here, and you may spend a whole 6 months or a whole year never being at a place more than 3 or 4 days. It's frustrating. It messes with your head, and it messes with your mind. That's why a lot of people can't handle it. Diesel therapy, and people tell me I need to let the people know about how it really works and what they do. I remember the old man, Mr. Kerry. Mr. Kerry got there. He had been on diesel therapy for a whole year and something because he filed lawsuits against the institution. The man came there and he was there for about 3 days. 3 days that they told him, say, hey man, you're on the bus. This man could not even, he was about 70 years old. 60 to 70 years old, he could not even walk straight up. He was leaned over like that because of sitting on that bus all that time. And the man said that he was there 3 days. And one of the police came and said, hey, anything y'all want him to have, y'all better put it in his property now because he gone. And they was gone. There you go. He was gone again. Didn't get the, but that is the thing with diesel therapy. It's made to keep you displaced, keep you inconvenient. And you're on that bus all that, I mean, from one spot to the other, one spot to the other. You never get the chance for me. And if they keep you on there long enough, they will make the whole route and come back through the same penitentiaries that you done been through before. All they thing is to keep you moving so nothing catch up with you and you can't get nowhere and get comfortable where you can start working on your legal work or you can start filing. And Mr. Kerry was a very, very smart older white guy. And he was very smart. He was good. He was helping people with their legal work even when he got there. He was helping people with their legal work and everything. And the police noticed this. And next thing you know, what's gonna happen? They preparing already to get him away from there. And so therefore he did not stay at USP Florence with us very long. But yet and still, his knowledge of the legal system was notified by diesel therapy because all the knowledge he had, all the legal awareness he had wasn't doing him no good if he don't have access to the courts. So that's how they nullified all his wisdom, all his legal skills, all that. They nullified all that with the diesel therapy by keeping him on that road, keeping him 1 week and 2 or 3 days ahead of his mail. And that's diesel therapy for you. And it's very effective but very inhumane. And I'm telling you, it's a taxing thing on your body. It's a taxing thing on your mind, not being able to contact your people, not being able to contact your lawyers, your people not being able to hear from you. All this here stuff is taxing your mind. And when they finally do stop you, when you finally get somewhere, you got a year worth of mail, you got 6 months worth of mail, they're gonna come up and catch up with you. And it's gonna be asking you questions, or it's gonna be telling you things that, hey, Joe Blow died, or this here happened, mama needed this here going on. And you're gonna be looking at all those things that happened 6 months ago while you was in transit. And now when you get the chance to read the letters, it's too late, it's been too long, there's nothing you can do about it. Diesel therapy is inhumane. And you ask anybody who been to the Fed about the diesel therapy, it's inhumane. It's a way to be as inhumane as possible while looking like you're going through protocol. All right? Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know when the next video come out.
From the heat, we bring the flame. Bam, bam, raw, remember the name. Hustle in the veins, and the crowd go wild. Every single bar got the city on fire.